It's nothing but melted buildings. They will tell you some ooga booga caveman came here to carve this or something. Do you think people with donkeys and chisels got some bricks all the way up there? Okay, hello there, beautiful melt heads and curious minds who are here to hopefully look for some truth. So I'm here with another video to explain for you the cataclysm which melted this realm and wiped out the past highly advanced civilization from existence. The only thing we have left is remains of their constructions and buildings, and we are gonna look into some photos. I got around 50 photos or so, and we are gonna analyze the photos together and look for the clues and the evidence and the melt itself, of course. So if this is the first time you come across my channel, I highly advise you to check out my documentaries, which you can find on my YouTube channel. The first one is called The Tartarian Meltdown Documentary #1, and the second one is called The Tartarian Meltdown Documentary Meltology Explained. I recommend checking out the second one because, you know, the first one I was a little bit more fresh at the topic. The second one explains most of the kind of heat damage we see in detail, which is some of the stuff you see down here. Stuff like that, what happened, because all of this used to be red bricks, and I'm making all these videos, I'm running this channel to try to prove it to you. And also, if you want to know the locations of these specific images, I want you to take a screenshot of the photo you want to look up. You know, if you want more photos of the area or know the location or whatever, want to do more research on the area, screenshot the photo and then find a service which can reverse image search for you. Okay, so to find reverse image search, you either just go to Google and type in reverse image search, and then you can paste the photo in there and it will find the same photos and similar photos, and then you can find information on the location and whatnot. Or you can just go to the search engine I used to find the evidence in the first place, Yandex.com. It's a Russian search engine and it has reverse image search built into it. Okay, so the reason I don't put the locations on the photos is because I simply do not care where it is, because as soon as I leave the front door I can see the melt. It's basically everywhere, and also it's a lot of extra work to translate everything from the Russian search engine on a translator, and then, you know, sometimes the translation gets all messed up because it's Russian to English, and then I have to edit all the photos and put it on here somewhere. You know, I just don't want to go through the effort because I don't care, it's everywhere, right? So yeah, not enough chit chat, let's just go into the melt here. So you see this beautiful castle, very destroyed, of course. Used to be beautiful red bricks, but now it looks like this. And the area I'm focusing most on, which caught my attention the most, is this area right here. As you can see, the bottom of this structure is all swollen here and very melted and heat damaged. Right here, that's the most damaged place. But of course you got everything up here too. All this used to be a red brick and now they look like rocks and blocks, which is because of this cataclysmic event. Okay, altered states of matter, extreme heat, electrical energy going through these building components, frying the red bricks and changing their shape and properties and appearance. And here it is again. You can see a lot of these viscous holes, all this being bubbling air trying to separate. This is viscous holes, it's all melted. Here you can see a deformed red brick right there. Yeah, all of them here used to be red brick, but they lost their color, it's all cooked out now. Here you can see a little bit of red brick right there. Most of them turn into rock. You got another one up here. Just look at these concrete mold details. It's just incredible how the ancients used to build before they got, of course, wiped out from this cataclysmic event. You got a few more red brick up here. One here, one here. Yeah, you see a little bit of them. Some of them survived for some reason, but most of them are now very destroyed. Nobody built like this. That's what they want us to believe. And here is another one of these so-called mountains, which they call it in the so-called geology academia, which is all, of course, made up, just like the space agencies, NASA, fake X, all that stuff. It's all nonsense. This is all melted buildings, and you can see this is what we call for brick lines. In here still you can see them, but they are all mangled, of course, melted together, fused together, a little swollen and stuff. And here it looks like you can see remnants of what could have been some kind of archway or something, right? But it's all melted. Used to be viscous here, flowing. It's all cooked into block lines, brick lines, and you can see remnants of some stairs right there. And also some kind of gate. I do not know if this is attached on here in later times or if it's original. I have no way to know that at this point, but I just see this gate here. So sometimes the government comes and they put these gates here to block off these areas when they don't want the public to go in here, because these areas reveals stuff they don't want us to see. So they are trying their best to avoid humanity to use their brain, right? And here, a very good example here, because first of all you see this cooked out, mangled stairway here. All used to be red brick like everything else. You see a bunch of viscous holes. You see brick lines cooked into block lines. All of this is explained in my documentary. But look here. Oh, damn, you got some melted red brick right in here, yeah. And of course they're telling us this is a naturally generated formation by the earth, by plate tectonics and billions and billions and billions of years, and yeah, weather erosion, wind and water, rain, whatever. It's all made up, it's bullshit. You can see the straightness of this stuff here, just like a wall, right? And the square here, how square it is. Yeah, because it's a building that's been through a cataclysmic event, my friends. Another scorched out, fried building component. You see this column here, the red bricks all turned into, yeah, this. Yeah, you can still see the red brick in here, but of course, altered states of matter. They are now looking like this, all fried. You can see all the scorch marks here. It's all black, burnt, fried. And again, they tell us that, you know, somebody came to carve this here, you know, just for no reason, and carve this little window here from one opening to another opening outside here. You know, it's just nonsense. Used to be a structure. See here, why would you carve this, whatever this is? It's probably some kind of technology in these building components, but you wouldn't go through all this effort to carve this just to make it look pretty. If your goal was to survive, to hide from the elements and whatever else, you know, you wouldn't put all these details on here. But when you build this one with red bricks and you have concrete molds attached here to make it pretty, that's a whole different story, right? See here, it's all been fried and melted. It's a melted structure. And here is one I have shown many times before, and here it is again for the ones who haven't seen my 100-something videos. You see this whole, this is what they call a mountain again in so-called geology, made up, and you see this little pocket of survival right here. This little section of this whole building here did not melt as much, and now you have this wall with windows and stuff, and they will tell us, oh, somebody built into this mountain, right? It's nonsense. It's a melted building, and you gotta picture these buildings acting as components on a circuit board, And if this circuit board gets overloaded or short-circuited and stuff starts to melt and get overheated, not everything will melt 100% evenly. That's why you have these little pockets of survival. I think it's a very good way to compare this cataclysmic event, because this realm is all electric and stuff, right? I hope you know that by now. And when this realm melted, sometimes stuff managed to survive, which is very good for us, because then we can analyze these photos and really see this place for what it truly is. Yeah, a melted realm. And here another little building. You can see some aperture features on it here still. You can see brick lines here cooked into block lines and stuff, and you still see some of the red bricks here which managed to survive, and the rest of the building is just gone. Yeah, there is nothing left here. But yeah, they will claim somebody built on here, and they will claim somebody carved into here. But it's very simple, very simple. It's a melted building. And here another impossible building. This also goes into the so-called mountain here. But in reality, the whole thing here used to be a building, and the upper part melted, and it melted down and started to bury itself. So now you have this little pocket of survival sticking out here. It's fused together here into the rest of the melt, which is this. This is what they call a mountain. Forget all about that. That's indoctrination, so you don't see your reality properly. You know, you see it inaccurately, and that causes you to act accordingly. And here you see more swelling going on at this side of it. And it's just fused in together with itself here, okay? You can't build into a mountain like this. It's nonsense. It's a pocket of survival. This is a part of this here, okay? Used to be the same. All a building. Here it is again from the side. Yeah, nobody ever built like this. It's just impossible. You just can't do that. It's a pocket of survival. Just a part of this whole melted structure which managed to survive. So I can make this video and explain it to you, so you can get educated, so we can get rid of the pedophiles telling us what to do. Yeah, that's the plan here. Another one of these buildings getting buried by itself. See here, this structure, all this, the upper part started to melt, become viscous, high viscosity, flowing down, and buried itself, coming down on the ceiling or the roof here. See here, brick lines cooked into block lines. You got another one up here. Yeah, plenty of melt. Very beautiful stuff. And you got these two little structures as well, fused into the melt. You wouldn't build like this, and it's basically impossible to do this with bricks. It's all cooked out, and now it looks like this. Two little pockets of survival, right? If you want to build two square towers, you know, put them elsewhere. Don't put them inside a mountain. And you can see some of the brick lines here. It looks like they're bending down over, you know, doing all this weird stuff. A little bit of spaghetti brick lines here, twisting down, sinking down, turning into this melted mess right here. And you can see the color of this and this exactly the same, but the states of altered, no, that there is a difference in altered states of matter here, okay? These managed to still remain solid, while the rest of the building here started to flow and do all this stuff, turn into this before it densified. And now you have this too, sticking out for us to see. And you got this beautiful little thing right here, all fried and cooked out as everything else. And the rest of the building looking like this. The next photo is from the same place, a little bit better than this one, so just wanted to show it here from below. This little pocket of survival right there, again explained in detail on my documentary. And here again, a little bit better photo, and you can see there is more stuff in here which managed to survive, and you can see it's fused into the melt itself, the bigger melt, which is this. Yeah, you can see a crack going down here. And something going down like here, swelling. Some more opening stuff down here, but all collapsed and mangled, of course. And yeah, it's just a huge melted building. And you got some balloon rocks right here. Red bricks turned into this stairway. They put some railings on here, so for tourism and stuff. So people can come here and have no idea what they're looking at, right? Not to be rude or offensive, but you know, it is what it is. It's the truth. Another just a wall sticking here. Why would anybody go through the effort to build this here on this cliffside? You know, can't use it for anything. It's just a wall, right? Yeah, just the same as the other ones. Just a pocket of survival right here, and the rest of the building is looking like this. Yeah, completely mangled, completely destroyed. Yeah. They tell us this is a naturally generated formation, and you got these two little brick things here too sticking out. See, here is probably the location, if you're wondering. For the ones who wonder, I see it in the comments a lot, and I understand, but just screenshot it and reverse image search it. It's very easy, because I'm making these videos for you to see the evidence, not for you to see where it is. You gotta figure that out yourself if you call yourself a researcher. That's just how it's gonna be. You got two small pockets right here. Bricks, and the rest. Beyond recognition, here remnants of some kind of archway right here. And yeah, everything else is beyond recognition. It's just too melted. Too melted. Another beautiful example of a building inside the so-called mountain, getting buried by itself here. All this melting down, starting to cover itself, but this cataclysm ended before this whole thing was destroyed or buried by itself. So everything densified, and now this is what we find here now. This is what we see. And if you got eyes to see, you can see everything is fused in here. It's fused into the so-called mountain, because this building here is the so-called mountain. Okay, it's all the same, just different states, altered states of matter. It's more melted here at the top. This little pocket here survived. Pocket of survival. Looks like it goes in here too, and that's what they call caves. You know, no such thing as caves. It's all the internals of melted buildings. And here you got this structure, all the bricks turn into blocks. And here turn into rocks and blocks, all kinds of different stuff. Here you have a very red one still. And you have all these concrete molds still recognizable. They got this symbol on here, which is hijacked by religion now today, in this modern day. They use it as a mind control unit to brainwash people into all kinds of weird stuff. Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about it. No offense to the religious people, but I'm not forcing you to watch. Here you can see them are more melted. But yeah, it's a bunch of concrete mold designs, and they claim that some cavemen came to carve this. Yeah, for no reason, you know, cross. This is some kind of symbol for you know, resonators and stuff. They have this on top of many buildings, some kind of technology, whatever it is, and it's all inverted now. And you know, all these religious cults are now controlled by predators and all kinds of crazy weird ass people. Huge red brick here swollen into this little chunk of melt. Just saw this. Yeah. Next. Another mangled, cooked out building, but still remained solid and as a structure, while the rest in the back here, you can see some wall, some apertures and openings still in here, but the rest turned into, yeah, what they call a naturally generated formation right here. You got some stuff right here too. See this little square? And looks like a wall with an opening or something. Tiny little opening here, possibly. Can't really tell. It's Can't zoom in to see too much, but it looks like something is here. Features from this melt here, square, apertures here. You know, it's part of the building, but they melted and now they look like what they call a mountain. And here this is the similar to the one we saw 2 photos ago. You got some of the concrete molds still in the melt here, visible in here, but you also got them here, right? The same deal. But this section here didn't melt as much, didn't turn into this what they call a mountain. It's still a structure here. So this is this, but down here it's way more melted. Okay, nobody came to put blocks here to build like this. Yeah, and put an archway here for no reason at all, right? You know what these archways are for? You know, entrances, and you know it's a very durable construction, very, very strong. So why would you put an archway here for no reason? So it's all a melted structure, turned into this. Got an opening right here. Yeah, it's all melted buildings. Here too, little cross, what they call a cross here. Concrete molds all melted into it. It's the same as here. Yeah, very easy. And you got these red brick buildings in the back. The bottom very much more mangled. Up here you still see the brick. You got roof tiles and everything. The foreground, all the bricks turned into this. Rocks, blocks, balloon rocks. Top here melted. Churning here. Fused together. And you got more openings into the melt itself. I got another photo from afar where it's a little better to see, but you see some people still can use this. You can still go in here and stay there and stuff, right? So yeah, another melted structure, and here it is from afar, way better to see. So here is the entrance, the opening into the melt itself. This one is fused into here. See the roof going up here into the melt, the wall going into the melt. Nobody builds like this. Here you see a little pocket of survival right here with some opening windows. Up here you can see something still. Here you see a little something, and of course the very top as well survived. Something going down here. Here red bricks turn into this. Red bricks turning into this. See, you can see all these block lines, brick lines here at an angle, all this melting, sinking down, flowing down this way towards the right. And the background just turned into ashes here. It's, yeah, nothing too special here, it's just ashes. But you can still see, you know, red brick, melted red brick here. But it's ashes now, it's too melted, see here? It's all too melted. Yeah, too destroyed. And here, this is a beautiful one. Shown it before, but here it is again. It's a melted structure, and it has tons of features here. But yeah, used to be a red brick. You can still see the red color, more pink in this particular location here because of the cataclysm. But it's full of features, holes all over the place, you know. And sometimes all these rows of holes, they call them, you know. They explain it as holes they used to attach themselves in ropes so they could hang down and carve under it. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And I know I used to believe it myself for many years of my life, probably 25 years or so of my life I used to believe it because I was indoctrinated, and there is nothing wrong with that, but you gotta question the indoctrination when evidence and explanations like this is presented. Okay, so you still have openings in here, you know, bricklands all over the place, apertures. Down here you got some windows, openings right here, swelling, huge swelling right here. You got more bricks down here. Got everything. It's a melted structure. Melted structure. I think I got more from the same place right here. This is a sharper photo, so I can zoom in more and you can see all these holes here, which used to be apertures, you know, doors, windows, openings in here, but they are almost completely sealed off now from the melt. And here, look what happened to the red brick. See here, we got a pile of churned up bricks right here. pancake brick lines, pancake brick lines, brick lines cooked into block lines up here, and then some more brick, all expanded into bigger blocks. More brick expanded, some of them are popping out a little bit, heat expansion, popcorn blocks. And this side also very, very destroyed, but you still see the brick lines in here. Melted buildings. And here another one, red brick structure, turned into bigger blocks. Looks very scorched and fried, if you got the eyes to see. But the right side of it here, it's just beyond recognition, but you can still see a lot of the red color here in here from the red brick, pancake brick lines in here. Some of them are block lines. You see a row of brick right here. Here is a chunk of brick. Little bit of stuff right here. Yeah, this section melted too much and it's now very, very destroyed. But see how scorched and everything it looks. It's a melted structure, building component, whatever it used to be. And now suddenly we are in the desert area, and some of this was sent in the Tartarian Meltdown Telegram group, which you can join at is it t.me/the Tartarian Meltdown group. You can also find a link in my link tree, which is linktree linktree/the Tartarian Meltdown, sorry. And here you can see these structures, which is all melted, surrounded by a lake of ashes now. Okay, this is what they call sand, but that's the latest stage of the meltdown, when everything just turned into ash. Okay, it's ashes, and you see tons and tons and tons of buildings sticking up in the background as well. But look at this tower here. See the building-like features to this. You can see some ghost apertures in here. Yeah, it's all melted buildings. It's a melted city right here. Got some more. This is the same place, just a different photo, a little bit different contrast in this one. But you can see some apertures, and you just see the building-like features. Yeah, you should be able to see it when it's explained like this, but it's very, very melted, of course. Here we got something, got a tower sticking up here. All these ashes as well. Lots of structures. See here how square everything is. Square, like, you know, a building. Yeah, very melted. Here it looks like you got some pyramid shaped stuff in the background. Here we got something right there. Yeah, all melted, my friends, all melted. More stuff right here. Building like shapes on this one as well. Turned into ashes, ashes just flowing down. This one pile of ashes here. See how square it is? Straight down, a square corner going in and around, just like a building. Maybe some apertures on it as well, very melted. Some brick lines, block lines. Brick lines, block lines. Brick lines, block lines. Ashes, all melt. And here is another one. Looking like a building. Yeah, if you have studied these old wall structures, these Tartarian buildings is what we call them. You can see very much similarities, very many similarities. But this one is melted down and turned into this, which they call a naturally generated formation. And here they call this sand, but that's just ashes. Ashes, ashes. And here too. Look at this structure. Looks like sealed off apertures here. A row of windows possibly, who knows. Got some ghost apertures up here too, possibly. Something up here. It's all cracked. Destroyed. This one too. Got some marks right here. It's in the details, folks. Right here we got something. Sealed off windows. Who knows what they used to be, right? All I see is melted buildings. The background. Melted structures. Also take a look at, for example, the Grand Canyon. It's the same deal. See here this building. Maybe apertures on it. More structures. Up here too. Block lines. See building-like features all over. It's all melted buildings. Yeah. We live in ruins and ashes, my friends. And here, just a huge melt, and you just gotta see the texture and the look of this stuff. And you know, you can see it's just melting down here. Very much melt features on this one. You also see some brick lines, some pancake brick lines and stuff. And on this side as well, lots of brick lines. Some block lines, everything. It's just melted brick and ashes here at the bottom here. Ashes. And here, yeah, very melted. See down here, it is. See this melted red brick right here? Yeah. How all this used to be viscous, flowing down before it densified. See some stuff right here. Here you can see building-like features as well. Melted buildings, you can see some apertures. Yeah, it's fried. See how square like this one, or straight it looks here. Top all scorched out and fried. Much melt right here. It's a little corny when I zoom in too much. So all melted structures, all as far as the eye can see here on this flat plane of existence. And here red brick ashes. Yeah. Just red bricks cooked into fine grains of what they call sand, but it's ashes. See here, melted structures. Very violent event. And here we got more structures sticking up from the ashes. Some whatever they used to be as buildings, you know, could be some cathedral kind of stuff or whatever they are. It's all melted. You can see brick lines all over the place, layer after layer here, all melted. And of course tons of ashes here. In the background too, stuff sticking up here, huge enormous buildings melted down. And here is one, and all the way over there is one, and the rest here, ashes. Ashes, see here? Nothing left here of the buildings, ashes. Yeah, that's the desert. Look at Sahara Desert or North Africa. Everything is ashes there. Nothing can grow there, nothing can live there. Yeah, more huge melted buildings. You see the brick lines in here, some block lines, heat expanded into block lines. Stuff sticking up here, more buildings right here. With brick lines, see here, brick lines. All melted, mangled and destroyed. And they tell it's natural. Nothing natural about this, guys. Okay, it's a deception. On this one you can clearly see each individual brick in here. This whole thing. Yeah, from bottom to top. With apertures, everything. But look at the whole thing now. Yeah. Look how it looks now, guys. Altered states of matter. Look what happened to the red brick. And here you can see some stuff in it. See tons and tons of brick right here. You see more brick right there. And at the very bottom too, you see some structure, footprints of something. And here as well, all brick. Here they are melting together. Turning into one chunk here, basically. Yeah, it's all melted structures. Melted. And here is a very fine example of balloon rocks. Yeah, you can still see lines in here from the brick lines, but cooked into bigger block lines and in a huge balloon rock. Balloon rock, yeah, you would never ever build something on top of this stuff. So this whole bottom here got very cooked out and heat expanded into big ass balloon rocks. Also explained in my documentary, and you can see these cornerstones here. Many red brick buildings have this, you know, this design here. Yeah, it's very recognizable. in old wall buildings. The buildings usually are red, and then you have these concrete molds, cornerstones in white, second each on right, left, right, left, right, left, right. It's the same thing, but it's cooked out and turned. Red bricks turned into this. This is what they call rocks in the deceptive geology nonsense. They hammer into the heads of innocent children. See here, it's all heat expanded and mangled, melted. And here something weird is going on. I don't really have any explanation, but you see the red brick here, and it looks like this thing kind of tipped over and sunk down on itself or something. I can't really tell what's going on here, but this is what the cataclysm did to these buildings. You see a chunk of melt here with an opening, aperture in here. But here, yeah, look at this weird stuff. The red brick here turned into, yeah, and the whole building did this, you know, collapsed in some kind of way. Weird stuff. Sometimes it's very difficult to explain what happened. See the brick in here. Turn into rocks, churning all together in here. Very weird stuff. Eagle-Eye crew don't know what's going on with this structure, but it got fucked up. That's all I know. And here, just to show you a transition here, for some reason this red brick managed to stay in very, very good condition. And of course I know there is people who are gonna say, oh, but they came in after here to repair this. Okay. So here you got this archway still with red bricks. Usually this archway survive. You can still see the red brick, but the rest just turn into this. In this section turn into what they call rocks, and here what they call bigger blocks and stuff. Yeah. An aperture up here, cooked out, damaged. See the ground too. Turned into what they call cobblestone. And here as well, nobody would ever build like this, my friends. My dear lovely researcher out there. Okay, just okay, nobody will build like this. Come on, guys. If you can build with red bricks, you do it the whole way here, okay? You don't do this. See here, you just don't. So yeah, you got the red bricks here. Archway in here as well. Would you put these big boulders in here and then stuff some red brick in there and some big blocks? You know, you just use the red brick all the way, of course you do. So it was struck by a cataclysmic event, and the brick. Here we got the brick in here. See some chunks of bricks here and there. Here too, see a brick and then a bunch of balloon rocks on top. It's out of focus in the back, so you can't see it too well, but you can see it. Yeah, this is what happened. And here, concrete molds, mangled and fried, and yeah, see the red brick here, turned into, look, the shape of them now. What happened here, big blocks, and then they lose their color at the bottom, turned gray here. Yeah, and in the back here you still see lots of red in here from the red brick. Some of them lost their color, cooked out. In here too, see this brick in here getting mangled, deformed, altered states of matter, cataclysmic event. And another good example here, how, you know, are these some kind of Tetris addicts or something, the people building this? What's the architect, the blueprints? You know, we need some big blocks and rocks down here, and just a thin break here and there wherever it fits, right? Just, you know, just get the building up. Doesn't look like it looks like a hellhole. No, doesn't matter if it looks like a hellhole. I mean, yeah, you see here. So red brick doing magic trick. See here, they're at an angle, twisting around, turning into big blocks, rocks. See here, all red brick. This building went through a cataclysmic event, turned into what they call rocks in geology. Okay, it's nonsense. All this used to be a red brick. All of this. Yeah, this is very, very good evidence right here. And here as well. Scorched out, cooked out. You see still bricks here in the archway. Some of them turned into what they call rocks. Some of them bigger, some of them smaller. You see a little chunk of brick in here and here. And right here. Here you see a bunch of viscous holes in this red brick melted here. More viscous holes. Big ass block right here. All the way at the bottom, some more red brick in here. Yeah. It went through a cataclysmic event. And how it looked like when it happened, I cannot tell. I'm sorry, I can't. But this is what it looks like now, after the event. And here is some boots on the ground, which was posted in the Tatarian Meltdown group on Telegram. Again, you can find it on my link tree down in the description. This is posted by Mark Jamieson. And here you just see a whole bunch of melted red brick. You even see the mortar in here. See? Mortar, brick, all melted brick. Melted red brick. Got a few here. Mortar, brick, melted red brick. Nothing natural about this. See here in the back. Brick, mortar. And here, more mangled. More fried over here in this area. And of course the plant life come in here to feast on this energy that's still in the ashes and ruins. See here, more melted red brick. Look at it, guys. Look at it. Yeah, melted brick with mortar. See here, all melted, concrete-looking stuff right here. Fried, cooked out, destroyed. And here. By the way, this is top-notch, top of the shelf evidence here, Mark, if you're watching. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Thank you guys whoever post stuff in the Telegram group. It's just amazing. I'm not on there too much, but I go in now and then to take a look, and it's just amazing what you guys come across and post in there. So feel free to join the group, guys. Yeah, it's open. Just find the link, click on it, and bam, you're there. So if you got boots on the ground and stuff you want to post and share, and you know, maybe pick it for a video in the future, who knows, you know. But if you want to share stuff you come across in your area, go and join the group and post it there. See here, all melted red brick. And here, it's the same stuff. Melted brick and mortar. Covered here, C14 scavengers. Imagine what these guys are hiding under here, you know. Beautiful, beautiful evidence. And bam, that's it, guys. That's all the evidence for this video. So if you made it this far, please consider clicking the big red subscribe button below. And click this bell stuff too if you want to be notified when I upload. If you want to help with this channel's growth and everything, please hit the like button if you like it. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button right next to the like button. Share it with your friends and comment, and leave a comment if you feel for leaving a comment. If you got something to tell me or share with the community, Eagle Eye Crew, whatever, you know, share some love down there. So yeah, that's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for hanging around. Thank you for all the mental support and everything. And yeah, enjoy the melt, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye bye.